Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Please subscribe to the channel and also please do like and share and leave your suggestions in the comment section. The events of 2nd October 2024 are follows. Bengali date 15 Ashwin 1431. As per Benimadov Ponjika, today's Tithi is Amavasya and up to 2307 hours and after that Shukla Pratipad. Today's Nakshatra is Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra and up to 1243 hours and after that Hasta Nakshatra. Today is 276th day of the year. There are then 90 days left in 2024. Today is 40th Wednesday of 2024. Today is Mohalaya. Amavasya Tithi Shraddha is done for those deceased family members who died on Amavasya Tithi, Purnima Tithi and Chaturdashi Tithi. If someone is not able to perform Shraddha on all Tithis, then single Shraddha for all on this day is enough to appease all deceased souls in the family. If death anniversary of ancestors are not known or forgotten, then those Shraddhas can be performed on this Tithi. That's why Amavasya Shraddha is also known as Sarvapitra Moksha Amavasya. Also Mahalaya Shraddha for those who died on Purnima Tithi is also done on Amavasya Shraddha Tithi and not on Bhadrapada Purnima. Although Bhadrapada Purnima Shraddha falls one day before Pitru Paksha, but it is not part of Pitru Paksha. Usually Pitru Paksha starts on the next day of Bhadrapada Purnima Shraddha. Amavasya Shraddha is also known as Amavas Shraddha. In West Bengal, Mahalaya Amavasya marks the beginning of Navaratri festivity. It is believed that goddess Durga was descended on the earth on this day. Pitru Paksha Shraddhas are Parvan Shraddhas. An auspicious time to perform them is either Kutub Muhurat and Rohina etc. Muhurat. After that till Aparanna Kala gets over. Tarpon is done at the end of the Shraddha. Today is solar eclipse, Surya Grahan. The eclipse of October 2nd, 2024 would be annual solar eclipse of magnitude 93%. Annular solar eclipse is not same as the total solar eclipse as the shadow of moon would not cover 100% of the sun. However, during annularity the shadow of the moon would coincide with the center of the sun to form a circular ring around the sun. The longest duration of the annularity would be 7 minutes and 25 seconds. The annular solar eclipse would be visible from most of Chile and Argentina in South America continent. Partial solar eclipse would be visible from some southern parts in North America, most of South America, Pacific Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean and Antarctica. Today is International Day of Non-Violence. International Day of Non-Violence is observed on 2nd October, the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. It was established on 15th June 2007 according to United Nations General Assembly resolution. The day is an occasion to disseminate the message of non-violence through education and public awareness and reaffirm the desire for a culture of peace, tolerance, understanding and non-violence. It is not a public holiday but is observed around the world in various ways, often to draw attention to global issues. Its date and purpose correspond with those of the Indian national public holiday of Gandhi Jayanti. Today is Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi Jayanti celebrated on October 2nd marks the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the Indian nation. It is a national holiday in India and is observed with various events, activities that emphasize Gandhi's principles of non-violence, ahimsa and truth, satta. On this day, people pay tribute to Gandhi's contributions to the Indian freedom struggle and his role in promoting peace and social justice. Many schools, colleges and organizations hold events like prayer services, speeches and discussions on Gandhi's life and legacy. At Rajghat in New Delhi, where Gandhi's memorial is located, the Prime Minister and President of India often lead a tribute ceremony. Gandhi Jayanti is also observed globally as the International Day of Non-Violence as declared by the United Nations, reflecting Gandhi's worldwide influence in advocating peaceful resistance against injustice. Today is Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti. Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti is celebrated on October 2nd each year to honor the birth anniversary of Lal Bahadur Shastri, the second Prime Minister of India. Born in 1904, Shastri was known for his integrity, simplicity and dedication to the nation. He played a pivotal role in shaping India's post-independence political landscape. Shastri is most remembered for his slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Hail of the soldier, Hail the farmer, emphasizing the importance of both farmers and soldiers in building a strong and self-sufficient nation. His leadership during the 1965 Indo-Pak War and efforts in promoting India's agricultural development through the Green Revolution are notable legacies. Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti is marked with tributes and events across India, including educational programs, speeches, and remembrance ceremonies to honor his contributions to the country's progress and unity. The day also coincides with Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary, making October 2nd a significant day for national celebrations in India. Today is World Farm Animals Day. World Farm Animals Day is observed annually on October 2nd to raise awareness about the plight of animals raised for food production and to advocate for better welfare standards. This day coincides with the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, a staunch advocate for non-violence and compassion toward all living beings. The day is often marked by events that promote animal rights, encourage plant-based diets, and expose the cruelty in factory farming practices. Various animal rights organizations use it as an opportunity to educate the public about the ethical, environmental, and health benefits of reducing or eliminating meat consumption. Activities may include protests, educational outreach, vegan food tastings, and social media campaigns. Today is International Walk to School Day. International Walk to School Day is an annual event that encourages students and their families to walk or bike to school, promoting healthy habits, environmental awareness, and road safety. It is typically celebrated on the first Wednesday of October in many countries around the world. The day aims to raise awareness about the benefits of walking, such as reducing traffic congestion, lowering carbon emissions, and improving physical fitness. Schools, communities, and local governments often organize activities like walking parades, safety demonstrations, and educational programs on pedestrian safety. It's a great way to foster a sense of community and encourage a more active, eco-friendly lifestyle. Today is National Kale Day. National Kale Day is celebrated annually on the first Wednesday of October to promote the nutritional benefits of kale, a leafy green vegetable known for its high levels of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. The day encourages people to incorporate kale into their diets for better health and well-being. Kale is often praised as a superfood because it is rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, fiber, and calcium, and is low in calories. It has been associated with various health benefits, including improving heart health, supporting digestion, and offering anti-inflammatory properties. On National Kale Day, people are encouraged to try new kale recipes, learn about its health benefits, and support local farmers who grow kale. It's a fun day for food enthusiasts to experiment with kale in salads, smoothies, soups, and more. Many schools, workplaces, and community groups also participate by hosting kale themed events or cooking demonstrations. Charles Darwin's return to England. Naturalist Charles Darwin returned to England this day in 1836 after a 5-year journey on the HMS Beagle, on which he gathered the specimens and observations that led to his theory of evolution by natural selection. Today is death anniversary of Raja Ravi Verma. 29th April 1848 to 2nd October 1906. Raja Robi Verma was an Indian painter and artist. His works are one of the best examples of fusion of European academic art with a purely Indian sensibility and iconography. Especially he was notable for making affordable lithographs of his paintings available to the public, which greatly enhanced his reach and influence as a painter and public figure. His lithographs increased the involvement of common people with fine arts and defined artistic tastes among the common people. Furthermore, his religious depictions of Hindu deities and works from Indian epic poetry and Puranas have received profound acclaim. He was part of the royal family of erstwhile Parapanand, Mallapuram district. Raja Ravi Verma was closely related to the royal family of Travancore of present-day Kerala state in India. Later in his life, two of his granddaughters were adopted into the royal family and their descendants comprise the present royal family of Travancore, including the latest three Maharajas, Balaram Verma III, Marthanda Verma III, and Rama Verma VII. Today is birth anniversary of Swami Abhedananda Kaliprasad Chandra, 2nd October 1866 to 8 September 1939. Swami Abhedananda, born Kaliprasad Chandra, was a direct disciple of 19th century mystic Ramakrishna Paramahansa and the founder of Ramakrishna Vedanta Mutt. Swami Vivekananda sent him to the West to head the Vedanta Society of New York in 1897 and spread the message of Vedanta, a theme on which he authored several books through his life, and subsequently founded the Ramakrishna Vedanta Mutt in Calcutta, now Kolkata, and Darjeeling. Today is birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, 2nd October 1869 to 30th January 1948. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and political ethicist who employed non-violent resistance to lead the successful campaign of India's independence from British rule. He inspired movements for civil rights and freedom across the world. The honorific Mahatma from Sanskrit great souled venerable first applied to him in South Africa in 1914 is now used throughout the world. Born and raised in a Hindu family in coastal Gujarat, Gandhi trained in the law at the Inner Temple in London and was called to the bar in June 1891 at the age of 22. After 2 uncertain years in India, where he was unable to start a successful law practice, Gandhi moved to South Africa in 1893 to represent an Indian merchant in a lawsuit. He went on to live in South Africa for 21 years. There Gandhi raised a family and first employed non-violent resistance in a campaign for civil rights. In 1915, aged 45, he returned to India and soon set about organizing peasants, farmers and urban laborers to protest against discrimination and excessive land tax. Assuming leadership of the Indian National Congress in 1921, Gandhi led nationwide campaigns for easing poverty, expanding women's rights, building religious and ethnic amity, ending untouchability, and above all, achieving Swaraj or self-rule. Gandhi adopted the short dhoti woven with hand-spun yarn as a mark of identification with India's rural poor. He began to live in a self-sufficient residential community, to eat simple food and undertake long fasts as a means of both introspection and political protest. Bringing anti-colonial nationalism to the common Indians, Gandhi led them in challenging the British imposed salt tax with the 400-kilometer, 250-mile Dundee Salt March in 1930 and in calling for the British to quit India in 1942. He was imprisoned many times and for many years in both South Africa and India. Gandhi's vision of an independent India based on religious pluralism was challenged in the early 1940s by Muslim nationalism, which demanded a separate homeland for Muslims within British India. In August 1947, Britain granted independence, but the British Indian Empire was partitioned into two dominions, a Hindu majority India and a Muslim majority Pakistan. As many displaced Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs made their way to their new lands, religious violence broke out, especially in the Punjab and Bengal. Abstaining from the official celebration of independence, Gandhi visited the affected areas, attempting to alleviate distress. In the months following, he undertook several hunger strikes to stop the religious violence. The last of these was begun in Delhi on 12 January 1948, when Gandhi was 78. The belief that Gandhi had been too resolute in his defense of both Pakistan and Indian Muslims spread among some Hindus in India. Among these was Nathuram Godse, a militant Hindu nationalist from Pune, Western India, who assassinated Gandhi by firing 3 bullets into his chest at an interfaith prayer meeting in Delhi on 30th January 1948. Gandhi's birthday, 2nd October, is commemorated in India as Gandhi Jayanti, a national holiday, and worldwide as the International Day of the Non-Violence. Gandhi is considered to be the father of the nation in post-colonial India during India's nationalist movement, and in several decades immediately after he was also commonly called Bapu. Today is death anniversary of Sir Chintaman Dwarokanath Deshmukh, 14th January 1896 to 2nd October 1982. Sir Chintaman Dwarokanath Deshmukh was an Indian civil servant and the first Indian to be appointed the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India in 1943 by the British Raj authorities. He subsequently served as the Finance Minister in the United Cabinet 1950 to 1956. It was during this time that he also became a founding member of the governing body of NCAER, the National Council of Applied Economic Research in New Delhi, India's first independent economic policy institute established in 1956. At the behest of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, after resignation from Union Cabinet, he worked as chairman of UGC 1956 to 1961. He served as Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi 1962 to 1967. He was also President of Indian Statistical Institute from 1945 to 1964, Honorary Chairman of National Book Trust 1957 to 1960. He founded India International Center in 1959 and served as lifetime President of it. He was also Chairman of Indian Institute of Public Administration. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri, 2nd October 1904 to 11th January 1966. Lal Bahadur Shastri was an Indian politician and statesman who was Prime Minister of India from 1964 to 1966. He previously served as Home Minister from 1961 to 1963. Shastri was born to Sharat Prasad Srivastava and the Ramdulari Devi in Mughalsarai on 2nd October 1904. He studied in East Central Railway Inter College and Harishchandra High School, which he left to join the non-cooperation movement. He worked for the betterment of the Harijans at Muzaffarpur and dropped his caste-derived surname of Srivastava. Shastri's thoughts were influenced by reading about Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi and Annie Besant. Deeply impressed and influenced by Gandhi, he joined the Indian independence movement in the 1920s. He served as the President of Servants of the People's Society, Lok Sevak Mandal, founded by Lala Lajpat Rai, and held prominent positions in the Indian National Congress. Following independence in 1947, he joined the Indian government and became one of the Prime Minister Nehru's key cabinet colleagues, first as Railway Minister 1951 to 56 and then in numerous other prominent positions, including the Home Minister. As Prime Minister, Shastri promoted the White Revolution, a national campaign to increase the production and supply of milk by supporting the Amul Milk Cooperative of Anand, Gujarat and creating the National Dairy Development Board. Underlining the need to boost India's food production, Shastri also promoted the Green Revolution in India in 1965. This led to an increase in food grain production, especially in the states of Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. He led the country during the Second India-Pakistan War. His slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Hail to the soldier, hail to the farmer, became very popular during the war. The war formally ended with the Tashkent Declaration on 10th January 1966. Shastri died the next day. Today is birth anniversary of Sir William Ramsay, 2nd October 1852 to 23rd July 1916. Sir William Ramsay was a Scottish chemist who discovered the noble gases and received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1904 in recognition of his services in the discovery of the inert gaseous elements in air, along with his collaborator John William Stout, 3rd Baron Rayleigh, who received the Nobel Prize in Physics that same year for the discovery of argon. After the two men identified argon, Ramsay investigated other atmospheric gases. His work in isolating argon, helium, neon, krypton, and xenon led to the development of a new section of the periodic table. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Cordell Hull, 2nd October 1871 to 23rd July 1955. Cordell Hull was an American politician from Tennessee and the longest serving US Secretary of State, holding the position for 11 years, 1933 to 1944, in the administration of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt during most of World War II. Before that appointment, Hull represented Tennessee for 2 years in the United States Senate and 22 years in the House of Representatives. Hull received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1945 for his role in establishing the United Nations and was referred to by President Roosevelt as the father of the United Nations. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Alexander Robertus Todd, Baron Todd of Tarpington, 2nd October 1907 to 10th January 1997. Alexander Robertus Todd, Baron Todd of Trumpington, 1907 to 1997, was a distinguished Scottish biochemist and Nobel laureate. He is best known for his groundbreaking work in the chemistry of nucleotides and nucleic acids, the building blocks of DNA and RNA, which are fundamental to genetic material. Nobel Prize in Chemistry, 1957. Todd was awarded the Nobel Prize for his work on nucleotides and nucleotide coenzymes. His discoveries were crucial for the understanding of how nucleotides form the genetic code in DNA and RNA, laying the foundation for later breakthroughs in molecular biology and genetics. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Christian René de Duve, 2nd October 1917 to 4th May 2013. Christian René de Duve was a Belgian cytologist and biochemist who made major contributions to cell biology, specifically through his discovery of lysosomes and peroxisomes, which are vital components of the cell. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1974 for his discoveries concerning the structural and functional organization of cells. Nobel Prize in 1974. De Duve shared the Nobel Prize with Albert Claude and George Pellade for their collective work on cellular structure. Their discoveries revolutionized cell biology, providing detailed insights into the organization of cells and how intracellular compartments function in health and disease. 1835 Battle of Gonzales. The first military engagement of the Texas War of Independence, the Battle of Gonzales, occurred on this day between Texas rebels and Mexican troops. This battle marked the beginning of Texas War of Independence, which resulted in the establishment of the Republic of Texas. 1950 Peanuts published for the first time. Charles M. Schoole's comic strip Peanuts was printed for the first time in 9 newspapers around the US. 1958 Guinea declares independence. Guinea declared its independence from France on this day. 1992 Carandiru massacre. A prison riot in Carandiru Penitentiary, Brazil, led to the killing of over 100 inmates by the police. 2002 Beltway sniper attacks begin. A series of coordinated sniper attacks occurred in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. The attacks lasted 3 weeks and resulted in the killing of 10 people. Today's 2nd October highlight in history. 1780 American Revolutionary War. John Andre, a British army officer, is hanged as a spy by the Continental Army. 1789, the United States Bill of Rights is sent to the various states for ratification. 1835, Texas Revolution. Mexican troops attempt to disarm the people of Gonzales but encounter stiff resistance from a hastily assembled militia. 1864, American Civil War. Confederates defeat a Union attack on Saltville, Virginia. A massacre of wounded Union prisoners ensues. 1870, by plebiscite, the citizens of the Papal States accept annexation by the Kingdom of Italy. 1920, Ukrainian War of Independence. Mikhail Flonj orders the Red Army to immediately cease hostilities with the Revolutionary Insurgent Army of Ukraine. 1928, the Prelature of the Holy Cross and the Work of God, commonly known as Opus Dei, is founded. 1937, Rafael Trujillo orders the execution of Haitians living in the border region of the Dominican Republic. 1942, World War II, ocean liner RMS Queen Mary accidentally rams and sinks HMS Kurakawa, killing over 300 crewmen aboard Kurokawa. 1944, World War II, German troops end the Warsaw Uprising. 1958, Guyana declares its independence from France. 1967, Thurgood Marshall is sworn in as the first African American justice of the United States Supreme Court. 1968, Mexican President Gustavo Diaz Ordaz orders soldiers to suppress a demonstration of unarmed students 10 days before the start of the 1968 Summer Olympics. 1970, an aircraft carrying the Wichita State University football team administrators and supporters crashes in Colorado, killing 31 people. 1971, South Vietnamese President Nguyen Van Thieu is re-elected in a one-man election. 1971, British European Airways Flight 706 crashes near Ursele, Belgium, killing 63. 1980, Mitchell Myers became the first member of either chamber of Congress to be expelled since the Civil War. 1990, Xiamen Airlines Flight 8301 is hijacked and lands at Guangzhou, where it crashes into two other airlines on the ground, killing 132. 1992, military police stormed the Carandiru Penitentiary in Sao Paulo, Brazil during a prison riot. The resulting massacre leaves 111 prisoners dead. 1996, Aeroperu Flight 603 crashes into the ocean near Peru, killing all 70 people on board. 1996, the Electronic Freedom of Information Act amendments are signed by the US President Bill Clinton. 2002, the Beltway sniper attacks begin in Washington DC, extending over 3 weeks and killing 10 people. 2004, the first park run, then known as the Bussey Park time trial, takes place in Bussey Park, London, UK. 2006, 5 Amish girls are murdered in shooting at a school in Pennsylvania, United States. 2007, President Roh Moo-hoon of South Korea goes to North Korea for an inter-Korean summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. 2016, Ethiopian protests break out during a festival in the Oromia region, killing dozens of people. 2018, the Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi is assassinated in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey. 2019, a privately owned Boeing B-17 flight fortress conducting a living history exhibition flight crashes shortly after takeoff from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, killing 7. Thank you very much for your patience.